Hello, welcome to another video. Today I've got several things to do. Not sure if we're going to get them all done, but hopefully we do. Number one on the list, we're going to boost leak test my Evo. I do have a check engine light. It is a idle code, so fairly sure there's going to be some leaks given the history of this car. So we're going to try and boost leak test that and see if we can figure out what's leaking. Hopefully we get it fixed today. We're probably going to have to order seals or something, but we'll work that out. We picked up a metal blow-off valve, an OEM one for the Evo. This came with a plastic one for some reason, even though I believe the 9s came with these. The GFB one is good, but it doesn't quite run 100%. So I think we'll put that back on when we do a different turbo setup. But for now, back to OEM, and we may possibly get spacers on Jess's car, the BRZ. But that might be pushing the friendship, we'll see. So we are going to be making our own boost leak tester that will hopefully work. So we picked up a little silicone joiner, a little bit of PVC end, which we're going to try and hose clamp in there. It's probably not the best fit, so I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we're going to give it a go. And then we're just going to drill a hole in the top and then put one of these tire valves in it. I picked up a set of these for well, I'm pretty sure it was less than 10 bucks. So I think all this was less than 15 bucks. So maybe 20. So it should be pretty cheap. And I'm hoping that helps us find our problems. I'm sus on the throttle body. I feel like that's what's going to be leaking. Leak test the old girl. We want to put about up to 20 pounds of pressure in there to simulate the car being under boost. I don't know if we'll get that far. I have a feeling it's going to leak before then, but we're going to do what we can. So we have to remove that. I need a bit more light. Our upper intercooler pipe has to stay on, obviously, because that's part of the system. So the blow-off valve, which we're going to swap, we've got to pull the intake pipe out, this one in here, and then we can try and fit that boost leak tester that I'm about to make onto the turbo compressor housing, which is just down in there, which I won't probably focus on because it's too far down in there. But it's that sort of thing, take my word for it. Hopefully we can get the old girl running a bit better. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there are going to be leaks. I just hope it's nothing too major, but we're going to find out very shortly. Alright, so what we're up to, we've got our intake off the car. We have to pull off the blow-off valve, obviously, because of the intake. So what we'll have to do is put that back on to the upper intercooler pipe, put this blow-off valve in. This will should only release the pressure once the throttle gets let off. So that should hold, hopefully that doesn't leak. Put that in, put that back on, drill a hole in this, mount a little tire valve, stick that on the turbo compressor inlet, stick it on there, get a compressor and some soapy water. And spray soapy water all up on everything. Pretty much everything. Throttle body, all these joiners, the lower intercooler pipes if we have to get down there. I'm hoping we'll be able to hear it. Hopefully we can just hear the hissing noise. We'll have to check that the PCV valve isn't leaking, the pressure control valve. So we'll pull that out and then we should be able to hear if someone's coming out of there. There will be air coming out of this breather for the rocker cover, which is that little hose there. So I might maybe even try and find another hose so I can run that out away from the car, just so that's I'm not hearing that, so I can actually hear other things. That's the plan. Hopefully it goes to plan. It never does, but let's find out. I got that from Bunnings. That's from Autobahn. That's what you need. Right there. Start with a little one, and then I think it's going to be a 10mm, but we're going to start with a 6. A little pilot. To tidy that up a little bit because it's all bird and stuff. Tidy that up so it seals a bit better. Oh, it's close. Yeah, we'll get that, I reckon. We'll get that. Might have to elongate it a tiny bit. Put a little crush washer on there. Put a little nut back on there. Let's go. It's pretty cool. Hopefully this works. Okay, this is what we're using as the air compressor. It's a little AEG battery powered one, which is pretty handy. We'll just screw that straight on to the end of our our new little boost leak tester that we just put together, and then it'll tell what pounds we're running. Pretty handy. You can just use one of these. These are like $5 generally. That's probably going to be better, but that's another option. We're going for 20 pounds. Hopefully this can get 20 pounds up in there. Hopefully we can get 20 pounds in there. If it's leaking, fair chance we don't. I know some people talk about getting the getting true dead center on the pistons, because sometimes apparently our compression can leak out the exhaust valves, apparently. But some people say don't worry about it. I don't know, I'm just gonna plug it in and put some air in there and see what we get up to. Some people do say to do this when the engine's hot, but we're not, because I like my hands not burnt. And we'll see how it goes. So, we've got the blow-off valve back on there. I believe this is the recirculation line for the blow-off valve, which runs back up into the intake manifold. Apparently you leave that unplugged. I'll start with it unplugged, and if it's not really working, try plugging that in. We've got our compressor connected, we've got our blow-off valve plugged in, we've got our soapy water. We'll be spraying this on all the connections, like there, and the injectors and the throttle body and all kinds of cool stuff under there. But I'm hoping we can hear the air leaking. Some people say to check the intercooler core where the end of the tank thing meets the end plate, but I don't know, this is a stock intercooler, so it should be okay. So let's do it. And if we hear a big loud pop, it's our little tester coming off our turbo, but hopefully that doesn't happen. So we'll introduce pressure slowly. I'm gonna try and build up to 20 pounds and see if we can get there or not. Alright, so it's coming out pretty quick. So it's not holding any pressure really. So we just got to a max of 9 pounds and that was holding it on. And it's not holding more than, well, it's just dropping it straight away really. So there's a bit coming out of the recirc line, but holding that tight, it still drops. Let's try putting that on and seeing what happens. Dropping pounds straight away. It should be holding. So clearly something isn't working. This is what we're dealing with. Just drops straight away. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do some reading and try and work this out. Alright, we definitely worked something out. Pulled the PCV valve out of the rocker cover. Yeah, it's not meant to do that. So I'm gonna try and pull it out and use some brake cleaner in there. Apparently the little balls can get stuck. So I'm gonna do that and then see if that helps. Do that and hopefully we can build some more, but I'm still sus. I feel like there's other problems. Okay, so I can get the car to hold, well, I can't get it to hold any pressure. I can get it up to 10 pounds, and then it pretty much, as soon as you stop putting pressure in, it just empties straight away. So I imagine there's a pretty big leak somewhere. I did try blocking off the PCV valve hose. It never goes to plan. Why? Never. Alright, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the end result is that our compressor wasn't good enough, so we couldn't get enough pressure in the system without it leaking. I'm pretty sure. I was going to try and get another compressor today, but I couldn't get my hands on one, so we're going to probably come back to this when I manage to get a bigger compressor. First step will be changing the PCV. I did try blocking that off, but that didn't make any difference. So there's something going on as to why it won't hold pressure. It might be because the pistons, like the exhaust valves, are open. But either way, I got to replace the PCV valve. so that's that. I'm kind of not entirely satisfied. I really hope we get a better result than that, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna get a new valve, I'm gonna get a bigger compressor, and we're gonna try again. The little homemade tester we think seems to work. That's not leaking. I tried putting soapy water on it, so that's good. So there's definitely another issue somewhere, but we'll work it out. So I'm gonna put the car back together and go for a drive now that we got our metal blow off valve on, which is that little thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. You can subscribe if you want. Hopefully we get a better result next time, but that's a good start at least.